everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do some Little Cup. I was not going to play this week, but I've decided to, as I have not released a video in a very long time, and I felt I had to, so I'm using the only team I had, pretty much the only Pokemon that are slightly viable that I have for this holiday Little Cup. So let's go into the first match. We lead into Chansey, so I changed up the team halfway through. So in here I have Drifblim with Frustration, but I realized I didn't want that, so I changed up the teams a little bit. We lead into Chansey. I really don't want to play this out. This is the longest video battle in this video, even though it's not a very long video at all. So I'm going to go for Icy Wind. That's going to debuff the Chansey, and then I'm just going to catch onto Drifblim because we can survive this move on Drifblim. I make a mistake though, as I probably should have switched into Yamask so we can do some actual damage. But unfortunately, I switched into Drifblim and we literally have nothing to damage him because I'm on Frustration. Now the opponent can definitely just stay in here, as they'd be able to tank the other moves as well. I kind of wanted to throw in the CMP tie, but I'm not familiar with Chansey counts as I never see it. Frustration. Some pretty sad damage. The opponent's going to switch into Cottony to get a farm down, and I'm going to send in my Yamask, as we should be able to deal some neutral damage here, even though we are doing a lot less damage. We should be able to throw the Rock Tomb on the just before they make it to the Seed Bomb. Sorry for all of the background noise. Rock Tomb is going to grab the shield, and the opponent's going to fire off Seed Bomb. Actually, no, they're actually going for the full farm down. I try to get in as much damage as possible. The opponent's going to throw their move, and I'm going to have to shield this up, as it would take us out. This is looking like a pretty hard game so far. This is going to be really difficult. Now, I make a mistake here. The opponent comes in with a Diggersby, and I thought, I've won this game. But I misplay. I should have thrown my Icy Wind. That would have KO'd on the CMP tie here, but I don't, and I let the opponent make it to the Fire Punch, which takes our last shield. The opponent is now going to send back in Chansey, and they have the move loaded. Even though I was expecting it, I wasn't expecting them to do it straight away, as they probably would have thought I would have overfarmed more. That's alright though, as we lose that first game. So this really didn't go well. I went like, I'm not really sure, I didn't do very well. In the next match, we see a Diggersby lead. That's a great lead. We'll just be able to fully farm them down by one-shielding. So this now leads us to a very good farm down. The opponent, if they recognize it, will pivot out. They actually let themselves get farmed down. And as you can see, the little clock glitch there, where the Pokemon just stays on the screen for a while. It's really annoying. The opponent's going to come in with a Mora. They must be so weak in the back. Look at the damage of the Razor Leafs. I should have thrown one more probably to throw in the CMP tie, but that's completely fine. But I think I do want to commit a shield now, as we need this valuable Razor Leaf damage, as a Mora would be able to do massive Powder Snow damage to our back two Pokemon. I'm going to shield it up, and the opponent's probably going to pivot out now, but they actually end up not again. And I'm going to pivot into Drifblim, and the opponent has a Gullet, and that's a GG's. In the next match, we see Abomasnow into Sandshrew, so this is a terrible lead, and a giant Core Breaker. This Pokemon beats all three of our Pokemon. Now, I kind of do have to stay in here. I think they do make it to two moves, but we have more fast move pressure, but I'm going to end up switching out anyway, and basically using Drifblim as just a sacrifice. As Drifblim is not amazing in this meta, to be honest. It's pretty much the only Pokemon I have. It's a pretty fun team, though, to be honest. It got me an okay amount of wins. I didn't have a good win rate with it. I lost 40 elo. I'm going to send back in Abomasnow to get the farm down, and the opponent is going to send in, let's see, Ducklet. So, we're done. GG's. I'm going to try to fight my way out of this, but realistically, I don't think there's any way that we'll be able to win this game, only if the opponent makes some really silly mistakes, as Ducklet does win all shielding scenarios against Yamask. And I even shielded the bubble beam, even though I knew it was going to be bubble beam. I don't know why I did this. Anyway, GG's to them. In the next match, we see a... Oh yeah, we see a lead switch. Pikachu, we lead into Golett, so that's an absolutely terrible lead. That's an abysmal lead. I'm going to say switch into Yamask, and the opponent is going to respond with Talonflame. Now this isn't really a response to Yamask, but it's really, really nice to bait this out here, instead of having it on the Abomasnow. They're probably quite weak in the back, or know the team composition, and I'm not sure how they would know that, because my team is a randomly put together team. I'm pretty sure it gets beat by, like, a lot of things very, very badly. I'm going to send in Pikachu. Oh yeah, and these matches are not sped up at all, because they're just so fast, and that would be too short of a video. I'm going to shoot out the fly, and the opponent's going to... Oh, they make a gigantic misplay here. I thought this game was doomed, but they come in with Graveler. This means that we get a full farm down of the Graveler, and we're able to actually win, because the opponent made a misclick there and sent in a Alolan Graveler instead of Golett, and that means we take this game. In the next match, we lead Pikachu into Litwick, so this is another terrible core breaker, and it's a lot. This is really, really bad. We need the second Astonishing to land if we want a chance, but it doesn't. It lands on the Cottony instead. The opponent switches that just in time. I'm going to go straight for the Rock Tomb once again. Rock Tomb will do an okay amount of damage, but in the Little Cup, that's barely anything. It grabs a shield anyway, which is quite nice, I guess. But, yeah, there are too many Pokemon in this meta that are a big core breaker to our team, unfortunately. I'm going to send in Abomasnow, as Pikachu would just get shredded by the charms, and so would Abomasnow, but Pikachu has barely any health left. I'm going to actually stop attacking here, just so I can switch into Pikachu as the Litwick comes in, which is really annoying. That means we have to take almost a full health's worth of farm, and this is a GG's, as there's literally no way farming the opponent down. They come in with a Galvantula. Look at the charms. Basically, I mean, if the opponent, I don't think we had a win con. If the opponent maybe shielded that, and then they lagged, and then we got a farm down, and then we could throw a move against Litwick. I don't know. Anyway, that's a GG's. They actually throw, which kind of gives me hope. For a second there, thinking maybe they lag or something, or they have another move, and I really don't know. Anyway, that's a GG's. Alright, into the next match. Oh no, that's not good. So I switch into Yamask, and the opponent is actually staying in here for a bit, and they're going to answer with Cottony. I saw too many Cottony. I really don't like Cottony. Or Amora, or any of the meta Pokemon. And unfortunately, I don't have any of the Pokemon that I want to use, like Sucker Punch, Joltik, Galvantula. I have basically no Pokemon for this cup, except for these 3 Pokemon, and then Abomasnow I'm going to build for the Great League, and the Pikachu's only here because I had it lying around because I double moved it for some reason. And the Yamask, I powered it up with 12 candies. I don't know. Anyway, the opponent's in the Golett, and what? Oh, the glitch thing. They send in Wigglytuff, and oh no. The charms are doing so much more damage than the Razor Leafs. Do we get the farm down? No, we will survive. And it looks like we lost, but we actually didn't. We actually got a tie there because of the glitch. It looked like the opponent lost to them as well. So very, very close game. GG's to the opponent there. Anyway, this is a very technically toxic team with Charm, Astonish, and Razor Leaf. I don't know if it'd be considered toxic in the Little Cup where everything is toxic. I don't know. Like, the opponent's running Charm. Great. This is completely normal. The opponent's running Rock Throw. Okay, completely normal. Like, I don't know. It's the only way to get wins in this cup. If you run, like, really low fast pressure Pokemon, then you're gonna get nowhere in this cup. Anyway, I'm team reading that there is an Alolan Gravel in the back, as they switched out, pivoting into Geodude, even though they didn't need to. So I'm going to say there is going to be that Graveler in the back. I know the opponent's going to come in with a Cottony and try to throw straight away for a snipe, but I read that and I go for the move straight away as well. Now, we do not want to take the charms on our Abomasnow, as that means Graveler would KO us before we can get the KO. The opponent sends in Graveler, and I get a single Astonish, so that we put them in 4 Razor Leaf Farm Down range, and we can take that game. In the next match, we see Abomasnow into Rangaroo. The opponent has more shield pressure, but actually we about have the same amount of fast move pressure. Just, we should be able to farm down after shooting once. So the opponent's probably going to pivot out here, unless they want to get fully farmed down. Sure, I guess they do. And they're going to actually send in a Litleo here. So this is really bad for our team. This absolutely destroys us. Luckily, I'm able to make it to an Icy Wind, and hopefully they let this through, please. Yes, they do. They let it through, and now we can send in the hardest answer, which is Drifblim, and it's not that hard of an answer at all. I think these battles are definitely out of order because this is a different team. I'm using Drifblim as a complete sacrificial Pokemon in these battles, as it's pretty bad. I'm going to send in Yamask now, and the opponent could probably... okay, they actually sent in Diggersby. Oh no, that's like the hardest counter. Yamask. In the next match, we lead Abomasnow into Golett, so this is the dream lead. The opponent is going to actually stay in here for a bit, and they're going to send in Cottony. I'm going to answer with Drifblim, as that is the hardest counter. Except it's not very hard of a counter, which is very, very sad. The opponent throws there, thinking we're an Icy Wind, but we're really not. So, great. C-Bomb is going to get the KO, and I'm going to send in Abomasnow to hopefully get the farm down, but it looks like they're going to get the farm down first, which is really sad. Cottony absolutely just sweeps this team. Let's see if Yamask can sweep the backline. We're able to get the full farm down, which is quite nice, and the opponent's going to come in with Golett. That tells me they're weakened back. Maybe there's chance. Let's see. No, there is not. GG's, and thanks for watching.